We begin with our breaking news from Belgium. Terror attacks there have rocked Brussels. Travelers at the airport and commuters at a subway station targeted. The death toll is rising. We have extensive coverage ahead. KTLA's Eric Spillman gets us started in the newsroom. Eric, good morning.
Morning, Frank. President Obama is expected to speak about these terror attacks within the next few minutes. We will carry his remarks live. This was a terrorist attack on the heart of Europe. Brussels is the capital of the European Union. This morning, a series of explosions rocked the airport there and a subway station. There were at least 2 explosions at the Zaventen Airport in Brussels. It's a busy international airport. And then 1 blast on a train at a subway station near the Brussels headquarters of the European Union. This was a synchronized, coordinated attack, and it caused chaos.
Will it happen much more time? Will it happen much more time?
At the airport, you see passengers knocked to the ground, taking cover behind their luggage. There is smoke in the air. Look at the damage to the departure terminal. There were 2 very powerful explosions. They blew the ceiling apart in some places. One eyewitness says it was atrocious. We were walking in debris. It was a war scene. People were crying and shouting. Afterwards, you can imagine the panic. People were terrified. They ran outside. In a situation like this, you don't know if there will be more explosions. That was a scene outside the airport terminal. You see the smoke coming up from the terminal. You see the extent of the damage. Eyewitnesses say the first blast happened near a check-in counter inside the terminal. The second blast happened near a Starbucks in the terminal. And then there was at least 1 other blast at a subway station for the Brussels Metro. You see the triage area set up by emergency workers outside the Malbeek subway station. The explosion apparently took place on board a train. One eyewitness says after the blast there was smoke everywhere. Everyone dropped to the ground. People were screaming. We realized we were being attacked by terrorists. I thought to myself, I have to get out of here. I ran as far as I could. It was like running through a cloud of dust. Now, earlier this morning, the Belgian Prime Minister spoke to the people of his country.
I'd like to indicate to you at this time of the tragedy, which is a dark time for our country, more than ever I call on everybody to show calm but also solidarity. We are faced with a trial, a hardship, a difficult time. We have to face up to this being united in solidarity.
A total of more than 30 people have been killed, more than 170 injured. The attacks come just a few days after the capture of this man, the suspect in November's terrorist attack in Paris, Salah Abdeslam. He was arrested in Brussels last week after a 4-month manhunt. Belgian authorities don't know if there's any connection between his capture and today's explosion. No group has taken responsibility for these attacks. The Brussels airport is now closed. Flights are being diverted, people being told to stay where they are and not to move around the city. Brussels has a large Muslim population, and many of them have become radicalized or have volunteered to fight for ISIS in Syria.
Belgium has contributed per capita the highest number of ISIS fighters out of all of Western Europe. So clearly there are really fertile fields here that the jihadi recruitment networks are able to sow and entrench their ideologies.
European security authorities have warned of a terror attack for weeks. They just weren't sure when or where it would happen. The country, Belgium, now on its highest alert, security being beefed up across Europe. President Obama is in Cuba. He's been briefed on the situation. We expect him to speak from Cuba in about 20 minutes or so, and we'll carry his remarks live. Send it back to you.
Eric, thank you.